Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everybody to the video portion of the Stephen Cartwright Show. Uh, Here at the Stephen Cartwright Show, we try to find solutions to the problems that plagues our community, that plagues our people. Tonight's video will be called The Hidden Truth. The Hidden Truth. That's what I call it, the Hidden Truth. And first, before I get started, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say to everybody that I am pumping the show for January, not January, but March the 11th. I'm sorry, March the 11th show. The show will be called Modern Women and the Attorney General and the Child Support System. Modern Women and the Child Support System. I'm looking at one I'm getting ready written up. Modern Women and the Child Support System, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday, March the 11th. Everybody come tune in, come chime in. There's a lot that's going to come out about that show. And like I say, I want to thank all of my listeners and all the people that come and give the views, the subscribers. Thank you for coming to the show. Thank you for coming to look at my content and watch the show grow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. Let's get off into it. The hidden truth. And I'm fixing to speak on Black America. The hidden truth about Black America. And I'm fixing to talk about several subjects, sellouts, the government, and things that was going on in Black America that a lot of African Americans don't know about, and things that is issues in this community and things that I see what's going on. So this may be kind of a lengthy video, but we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it about the things that has been going on. And first of all, we want to talk about this thing here is mainly about abortion, leaders, and the people that is in charge. You know, people that was in charge. People had supposed to have been watching our backs. People that had been supposedly to have our best interests at heart and to prove that a lot of people that's liberal Democrats, and I'm not going to say that they're all bad, and I'm not going to say that they should get a pass, and I'm saying this is the biggest portion in the downfall of the Black community was abortion. Ladies and gentlemen, don't y'all know that since Roe v. Wade was passed in the year of 1973, that since 1973 alone, that have been over 20 million abortions performed. 20 million abortions. This is just in the Black community alone. 20 million Black babies have been aborted since the year of 1973. That is 40 years. This is 2023. That is 40 years. Don't you know that is 500,000 children a year? 500,000 children a year. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that is staggering. You know, that you can't call that genocide. I just call it murder on a mass scale. 20 million children gone since 1973. Now, mind you, that's not even accounting for the children that has been aborted in the black community before 1973, because in 17 states, abortion was legal. I don't have the full numbers on that, but I'm pretty sure that will make it rise, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, that, don't you know, that is more people dead in the black community than you can add up with the Iraq War, the Afghanistan War, and the Vietnam War put together. It doesn't even come to a quarter of the deaths. Not even a quarter, ladies and gentlemen. That is staggering. 500,000 people a year. And then you have Democrats. You have to remember, these are the people that was fighting for this nonsense like Roe versus Wade. Supposedly having the black community best interests at heart, not including, hey, I'll add them, they was in it too, the gay community. They was all off in it, ladies and gentlemen. These are things that most of the people in the world, they don't know nothing. Most of the people in America, they don't know nothing about. Young people, they don't know nothing about. These leaders that we were elected to go to office, Democrats, the Congressional Black Caucus, the NAACP, these people were supposed to be the stewards that watch our backs and supposed to have kept an eye on such things. The black leaders that we elected, the churches, they took hush money about issues like this here. You know that they did. And then the Democrat, and then the NAACP supposedly loving people and you know, all, and then the feminist movement. Oh, my body, my choice. Look, I agree with that. You know, it's your body. It's your choice. But you don't have the right to commit genocide. I don't even believe that a lot of women actually knew that many deaths was going on. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, even though you were the one that was doing it. And this is to let you know that they did not care nothing about our communities. They didn't care nothing about our people, ladies and gentlemen. So-called feminist movement. How can you call yourself a loving, a good mothers and good parents, and you study involved in murder? This is mass murder. This is mass murder. The Congressional Black Caucus, all of these people, they knew what the numbers were. But they would never come to Black America and tell them that abortion is wrong. Look at what they're doing now. The U.S. government, liberal Democrats, you didn't hear nothing about this here. They're all over in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, going to each country, go to Ghana. Will you ever change the laws about homosexuality? Gambia, Liberia. They went to a woman president. A woman. And then it would be more to come. More to come. I salute them, the African people, for rejecting them. And they should reject them harder by throwing them off the continent. We have been sold out as a people. Black people in the United States. We've been sold out by the government. Most certainly have. Because the government, they was funding Planned Parenthood, keeping the size of the African American population from growing. Liberal Democrats, they didn't want to see the black population grow. They used homosexuality to control population growth. And look what it did. Even back in the 80s, it spread disease like wildfire. It's just the truth. Now you're going over to Africa trying to pull the same thing. If the Africans were smart, they'd throw you off the continent. Which they are smart. They should get even smarter, throw you off the continent. I say to every black person out here, we've been sold out by liberal Democrats. They never cared about the health and welfare of our people. I'm not going to say that all Democrats were bad, but it was more of the black leaders, the people that they go to go get you, to conjure you to vote for them. That's all they wanted their vote was, so they can continue to do their damage. The hidden truth. This is the hidden truth about abortion in the black community. Can you imagine what our population standard would be if those 20 million children would have been allowed to become adults here in the United States of America? Think about it. 20 million. Not including, ladies and gentlemen, before Roe v. Wade was passed, the 17 states. I haven't went back and looked at that number yet. Let's get into the U.S. government. The U.S. government was funding Planned Parenthood, all of these abortion clinics. They was funding the death of human beings. It's what it was. What else are you going to call it? They were funding genocide. Can you feel the shroud when you know 20 million deaths occurred over a 40-year period? Just in one community alone, 500,000 babies was never allowed to live their lives because of abortion. 500,000 black babies was taken away a year. That's staggering, ladies and gentlemen. And the U.S. government was involved in it. The black leaders was involved in it. The feminist movement was the head. And the U.S. government was the funding tool. It's the truth. It's the truth. The Congressional Black Caucus. All these people knew the numbers, knew what was going on. And you still believe that the Supreme Court did wrong. These liberals, they still believe that the Supreme Court did wrong by not overturning Roe versus Wade. 500,000 plus. That's more bodies than a war zone. Can you imagine the people that's going to pay when they have to go before God and Jesus Christ? Can you feel the shroud? Can you feel the hurt on the inside of you when you hear that number? Can you feel that emotional breakdown, that emotional outrage? Why should we go along with these people that has done so much damage to our community, people? Why? That's why I say on the Stephen Cartwright Show, we get into the problems that plagues our community, and abortion has plagued us. It has hurt our people, and we have not been able to reach our full potential. That was our number one reason. And government funding the death of our people and the death of American citizens. Children that never got a chance to live their lives, that God sent to us such a blessing. And then they call themselves putting it better, making it better what our fathers could not be able to take care of them. That's the reason why I say, ladies and gentlemen, I am pumping this show, Modern Women and the Child Support System. There's a lot more that's going to come out that I've been doing my due diligence on and that I am putting together for a show, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Me Too movement is to make these people feel like they done did something right. There's a shroud over this nation. I say again, can you feel it? 20 million children. 500,000 children a year for 40 years. Staggering. Unbelievably staggering. These situations we have to talk about, and the people that was involved, the churches convincing us to go along with these people that wanted to do nothing but help us to keep our population down, call themselves keep population down. No, we committed in our population. Genocide was committed. Don't give me that my body, my choice. No. Don't give me that stuff. You went along with death. And the government was funding all of it. Funding Planned Parenthood, the Me Too movement, the feminist movement, and then the churches stayed quiet because they were getting kickbacks from it. That's how they was able to get all this money in grants where they didn't have to pay it back. All this free money. It kind of makes you think where all these big mega churches and stuff come from. Pure sellouts. Was it worth it? Hell no, I don't think it was. I say hell no. You see all these pastors up here living in these big time mansions while their people study dying in mass. And all they got to do is just turn the other cheek. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. No. And then you have our leaders, so-called, in the Congressional Black Caucus, seeing it laid out from you know that they know. Seeing the depths coming out on paper behind Roe versus Wade, the feminist movement, all them babies. How do you sleep well at night? The NAACP, all these organizations so-called loving the black community, Democrat leaders, in support of everything that could be bad for our community, including gay rights. That's bad for our community too. Let's not play games with it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not play games. A lot of these black leaders are pussies and punks, hypocrites, and sellouts. But us as a community, it is time for us as a people to send a lot of them backing and rotate them. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of bad things has happened in the black community. And we must warn the motherland. And we must tell them about it, so it don't continue to happen on a grand continent like the continent of Africa. No, people. We can't allow that. No. When I get off into my live stream on Saturday, it is going to show a lot of people how they manipulate to keep you down so they can keep you quiet in the black community, especially the black male. Now that we are speaking up, they're trying to get as much damage did as they can, so we have a minimal voice. Now, I don't think they're going to make it this time, ladies and gentlemen. These are the problems that are plaguing our community, and that therefore that is plaguing the United States, and it will bleed over into other communities. And it is something that we cannot blame the GOP for. We blame the Democrat Party and the leaders that led us down this path. Cat's out the bag, baby. And a lot of them, we are coming for you on election day. Believe that. Ladies and gentlemen, we can, as men, we can no longer play games. Us as men, we have the power to change it. We really do. Ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. And I'm getting ready to bring this video session of the Stephen Cartwright Show to a close. Ladies and gentlemen, we must stand strong and stand always against this kind of evil for it to never ever to come to us ever again. We can't change the past, but we can change the future. Love you, ladies and gentlemen. And us as men, it is our job. And we are stewards and equalizers to stop this from ever happening again. The hidden truth. Love y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, modern women in the child support system. Saturday. The show will begin between 9 and 9:15. Come on in, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot that we're going to talk about on that night. Love you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stephen Cartwright, and I'm the host of the Stephen Cartwright Show. I don't know why when I get there, I start stumbling, getting all tight. But anyway, I know these people like that. Oh, I can't stand that no good sucker. All them standing up there, they be looking and watch their Elmer Fudge. But I am waiting, ladies and gentlemen, on one of them to come at me because I'm going to hit them with true and cold hard facts the way Larry Holmes used to do it. And they won't get away here. I'm going to take you to task. Not only I'm going to take you to task, your college degree ain't going to be nothing up against me. Sellouts. We love y'all, ladies and gentlemen. And from the Stephen Cartwright Show, and I'm the host of the Stephen Cartwright Show. Until my next video, and of course, peace out.